Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I know it's been a while. Yes, my desk is a little messy because I've been working. Um, just wanted to share some stuff with you. Uh, Actually, this is good popcorn. Got it off of Amazon. It's Amish Hollis popcorn, and the reason I got it was because all the other popcorn has such big holes, and I know they made Hollis. And well, it's not completely Hollis. The holes that they do have are really soft, and they don't end up stuck in your gums like the others. So got that off of Amazon. So, but it only comes in big things. So this will last me 3 days, unless my husband gets into it, and then it's gone. Um, the other thing I found, I've got a new light. Uh, we did a. My husband got 4 days off, or he got 2 extra days off connected to his usual 2 days off. So before the weekend before Christmas, we did a surprise trip to his mom because he had just lost his dad in September. So we did a surprise trip up, and I wanted to stop at Joann's on our way there because there was one on the way. They had lights on these fantastic deal. Plus, I get military discount due to my husband. So I bought me a new light. But we also brought up another part to a dresser to a set that we sold her. It was the armoire top. So we bought that up, but we surprised her. I have a video of it. She's calling us names because we surprised her in that. And while we were there, um, I had made these floating ornaments, and it turned out I used her dad's picture, not her husband's picture, in the military. But she loved it so much, and I made 8 of them, and so she sent 3 to her brothers and sisters on her dad's side. She kept one, and my husband's 4, well, there's 2 stepbrothers, 2 stepsisters, or 3, yeah. Um, anyway, she is dividing them out among the kids. My husband is actually her stepson, but as she told someone, she has 7 children. Um, because she took care of my husband and his sister from the time they were about 6 on. And she was only a 20-something lady, 20-year-old lady. But anyways, and she was talking about how she was trying to figure out how to make a beehive and that. And she asked how I made the floating ornaments. I told her my cricket, and then she said she had one. We found it, and it turns out it was one that could only use the old Cricut design studio and that. So my husband and I were running around and talking. He goes, "We're going to buy her a newer one." I go, "Well, for what she wants, I think the Explorer Air would work perfect because it does everything the Maker does. It's just not, and that way she can play with it and get used to it. And if she wants to upgrade, she can." So we went out and bought her an Cricut Explorer Air 2, along with some accessories and everything. And I spent the time we were there teaching her how to do this. She got her beehive done. She's been playing with it. I got her hooked up on Access through my account. Um, so, I mean, she's having fun. She just sent me a message saying, "I'm having so much fun." And that. And the other thing I've been doing is cleaning out my craft storage and going through boxes. I've got 2 boxes of donate. I've got about 3/4 of a box of sell stuff that I'm going to box up and do in mystery boxes. So be looking for those. Yeah, it was really kind of funny because I'm looking and I found 7 Martha Stewart punches still in the boxes. They're the ones with the punch around the page ones, the ones with the straight edge and then the corners. I found 2 of them I already had, but that left me with 5. that I didn't have, that I forgot about. Plus about 4 to 6 deep edge punches. And I gotta check the deep edges though. And I found, this is really gonna be funny. I use magnets in some of my books, and I found 9 packages of the small basic gray magnets that I didn't know I had. I also found 16 rolls of 1/8 inch scrappy tape. Don't ask. I also found a roll of 1 inch score tape. I found, what was it, four rolls of 1/4 inch score tape in these boxes that I had in my craft storage room. I tried to think what else I'm going to find. But one thing I found that I really am glad I found, this is not the one that they actually got, but this was my first prototype one that I made, and I kept it for myself. When I started making journals, it was really by accident. I was going to make them little keychains and that, and I was watching YouTube, and I saw these junk journals. I'm thinking, oh, I could do that. So I went and got the stuff. I ended up making 48 of them. And they were thicker than this. I mean, I had to use the biggest rings that they made for the bind it all. And that, but this was the prototype one that I ended up using. And it ended up being thick with extra papers. And I had questions for them in the pockets to answer, like, what is your favorite part of this get together, of this reunion? What is your fondest memory of all the trainings we've done? What do you think was the worst thing that ever happened? You know, questions like that. And so this is a little beat up, and I didn't quite know what I was doing. And I still have this die cut, and all of them got this poem, the volunteer poem. Remember, because I found it at the Stampers Inc., and I found the die at the Stampers Inc. And what was neat was I could cut out green for the stems and color some of the buds. And I didn't care if it was on there perfectly because it gave it a little shadow. And I added like a butterfly, I added flowers. I made it a little more masculine for the men. I only had to make like 6 of those. But I mean, this was, I just put in paper, and I used sayings all through it. I found inspirational sayings, like just when the caterpillar thought the world was open, it became a butterfly. So I mean, I did all kinds of things. You can tell I wasn't very glue savvy. I know I didn't put this pocket in there, but it was a pocket I really kind of liked. I'm going to go back and see if I can make this 3-tier flip pocket again. So I mean, I just put stuff in there just so I could see what it would look like. And as you can see, the pockets went different ways. I mean, I had some that were top, some that were side. I'm surprised I didn't put one upside down. They did have ribbons and tie things in there. I mean, yeah, that does come open. So I mean, they could actually put pictures in there of a reunion, answer the questions, and have it as a something to memorialize the reunion. The thing was, when we had that reunion, it's really kind of funny because I'm taping this now. A lot of them worked for military installations and things like that. So they were government employees. And when we had the reunion, they had to shut down. So not everybody would come. But those that were there, they were taking 10, 5 or 6 of these journals to give to the people that were there that they knew. that were part of our group, so I didn't have to carry them home. I mean, I shipped them all there. Word of advice, if you're shipping anything to a hotel, do not use the U.S. Postal System. Use FedEx or UPS. I mean, like I did that. And, I mean, I was starting to get into flips and everything. So, like I said, this was just a prototype, and I know I had more inspirational stamping in there. Emily Dickinson on the back. We never know how high we are till we call to rise. And then if we are true to plan, our statures, yeah, our statures touch the sky. So, I mean, this was a blast from the past. I'm so glad I found it, because that's going to go in my craft room on my wall of... I have not a box of... they're like recognition awards and things like that. They're... I don't remember the term we call them, but I have like 3 or 4 boxes. The business, bankers boxes, if not more, a couple big ones filled up with stuff. But this is one thing I was hoping I could find and hang up somewhere in my craft room. So I got that out. Found that. I was very happy with that. The other thing going on is I went to my first scrapbooking crop, and never been to one. I've been to crafting retreats where you had classes, and most of it's like mini albums or folios now is the big thing. And I had bought, because I knew it was a crop, I knew you brought your own stuff to work on. So I had bought stuff to work on. I bought my recipe albums. The only thing is I forgot to bring the paper to do the pages with. So all I did was create the pages on there, and I created 3 of them. Yeah. So I got my pages done and ready to be papered. And last night I sat down and did this one. Now this is with, and most of the time you see these recipe albums, they're bound and that, and I do mine this way, and my reasoning behind it is that when they get a recipe from someone or they find one, all they have to do is, if it's on in the paper or magazine, mount out a piece of cardstock or an index card, punch a hole and add it, because these are 2.5-inch binder rings. And since I've gotten the craft film from Country Craft Creations, I really like using it on the covers. I don't use it on the pages, but I use it on the outside of the covers to give it a little more security. And I found some long grommets to use, which I'm really liking once I get them put on. But this is by Genevieve, and I just found the die cuts in that. So I'm going to add some more decorating. And the thing is, when I do these, I do them fairly simple, but I try and make the pages different, because like this one, it has, I can tuck a card behind here, one here, and a longer one here, as well as one in the pocket. So I mean, on this one page I can put 4 cards, if not 6 to 8, and there's 6 pages. So I mean, when you figure it out, this can easily hold 60 cards in there, and I still have to do the front and back cover. I have oh, that's right. I have done I print it out, and it's got conversion measurements and common abbreviations that I put in these. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. And so this is with Genevieve, and a lot of them you see with all the food related, the cooking related, and I've done these, and they've been well received with these different papers, because they're different. They're unusual in that. So like, if you notice, this one has the stack pocket. This has the angled pockets. And then I did it purposely this way where my pages kind of match. So this was all with Genevieve. So, and it's going to have a little more decoration. It's going to get the measurements, abbreviations, and common conversions, like 1 cup is equal to 16 tablespoons, that type of thing on there. So there's Genevieve, and that's Bo Bunny. This one, this one is made with Home Sweet Home, and I'm going to get it finished up tonight. I just have to put, now that I remember that, I don't need to add these pockets too. So I cover, okay. And the thing is, this is taking one 6x6. I might add the pocket. Just one of these, one 6x6, and these end up being 7 1/4 by
5 1/4. Yep, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. This one is. This one I think is a little bigger. Yeah, the pages are like 5 3/4 by 7 1/2. Yeah. So,
but as you can see, the pages are covered, and I have an angled pocket here. This one has double pockets. I did cut out bands to make a another pocket up here. I might do that now. I don't know. So that's what this one looks like. And because I ran out of paper for the covers, this is what I did. And I just slotted them in there, and I'm going to put something on the back here to cover up the center, because I really didn't have to put the paper in the center, but I did anyways. So that goes to show you what you can do. And I have these larger pieces here. So I'll place these here, and like I said, I may end up doing the pocket anyways, and just make the conversion thing smaller. And I'm just gonna stack these. I think I had that with that, and that with that. So that's what will go on the back. And now that I'm thinking about it, I may just add. I think these are big enough. Yep. So, like I said, this is all out of one 6x6, and I have 2 more of these, so I can make 2 more. So that one's got to get finished tonight. And then this third one, I was looking and looking and looking. I couldn't remember what paper pack I did it with, and I was looking tonight for some more of my paper packs, like homemade with love and things like. And I found the my farmer's market, and I would go, "That's the paper pack I did it with." So I'll be finishing up this one as well. I got it for sale at Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna have to look again, see if they've got more of this. But I've been getting them at Tuesday mornings as well. And these ones, they have a little flip out, so there'll be a small recipe card in there. So they'll have a large one. I've got a very large pocket here. I might do a corner angle pocket right here. I haven't decided yet. So that one goes with that. I'm so glad I found this, because it was bugging me. I'm going, I know I used it. So there's that. So that's got to get worked on tonight. And I thought I'm going to do a black and white one, and I'm going to try it with the Bull Bunny one because this has 36, not 24, but I thought this would make a great one. The other exciting news is we have a place here called the Create It Studio, and they do classes like dual painting classes where two people work on one project. They do paint bombing. I call it paint bombing, where you throw paint on a canvas, paint throwing, and that. And they were looking for crafters to join their design team, and I got in. So it's for 6 months, and I'll see how it goes. And I get to use all their supplies there that they have there. I mean, they have cutting machines, they have engravers, all kinds of things, and that. And I'm excited. There's 8 of us that were chosen, and we have a meeting next week, next Wednesday, in fact, to just meet and bounce ideas off and things like that. So I'm really excited to get that and get that experience. If you kind of followed me, you heard me talk about I've taught for the government, teaching family members how to be instructors, facilitators, and briefers, and I do that at the Army level. And I like keeping my talents in, and I like teaching crafts, and hopefully I have a good skill set to bring to them as far as my crafting goes, because I consider myself very eclectic. Um, so, but that's an update. I think that's it. There's one made from scratch one. See, I can do a small one from there. But so yeah. Well, I was talking about the crop. I'd never been to one, so we got one more thing to talk about. I'd never been to one, and I was sitting with this lady, and she does a mixed media art thing, and she had this piece of wood. I mean, it looked almost like one part of it was from a stump, and it was actually a box. And she was putting a mask on it, and she decorated it with mosaic and everything, and it reminded me of the Morai from New Zealand. And she was asking my opinion on it and everything, and she was looking at what I was creating. Hold on a minute, let me show you what I got kind of done there. One moment. All right, I'm back. Uh, Sorry about that. I had these out in the living room. Like I said, I was going to work on my recipe albums, but I forgot the paper, so I had to work on. I bought 5 projects with me. They were great. And this one took the longest. Fortunately, I brought a big one with me. It's almost completed. I just have to do the decorating. The pages are all completed. It's all together. I just have to do the decorating and add the mats. This is Alice in Wonderland, and it's a gatefold. And I followed a tutorial. Oh, what is her name? She's on Country Craft Creations. design team. And if I could find my book, I could tell you. Oh, you know, I did a little cleanup in my craft room, and when you know it, I get it all messy again. Anyways, she's on Country Craft Creations design team. And I'll get the link and put it down below because I've got two different ones. And this is my my take on her. It's a large gatefold album. And here I used a lot of magnets. I have my photo mats, and they are double-sided, and I just put, it had all these cards in it and I wanted to use them. So I put them on the photo mats, and I left the back of them blank, and there's it's large, there's pockets on either side of these flaps here. I got this. There's a wallet type pocket here, and I have my front pieces that I'm going to use, and it's a large gatefold folio is what it's called. Okay, so it opens up, and there's two pockets here, and I used Velcro, and this opens up. It's large, and there's these two large pockets here. So there's photo mat area here and here. This is also a large pocket, so I have some can put some large mats. I think this is one time I'm going to put large mats on for people to know where to put them. And this is magnetized. It just comes off. Glue goobers. I hate that. So it's another large area. And then there's a large pocket here. I mean, there's a lot of space in this thing. A large pocket here. Okay. And then there's another waterfall here. Now this large pocket in the back, she had it going this way, and this pocket, I changed them. So I have the pockets here and a large pocket here. And then again, I put, with this size, every other one has, oh no, there's like two sayings in between. So, and here, and I don't know how she does her waterfalls because I cannot get mine on straight unless I use the piece of paper and put them on. I'll have to show that how I do my waterfalls. But anyways, that's one thing. And I was working on this, and she was commenting on it and liking it, and she liked my recipe albums. And so, and she runs a series of boutique shops, so she asked me to bring up some of my recipe albums to put in her shop. So I'm going to make a dozen of them and take them up there, and we'll see how it goes. I may make some journals too. This is the second one I'm doing that I started, and this one has, because I use craft card stock, this one has what they're called, she calls them stack box. LMS Crafty Creations is the one who did this one, and she's also part of Country Craft Creations. LMS Crafty Creations. I'll put her link down below too. But I have two more pockets, stacked pockets to do. Okay. So this one, as you can see, so I'm going to try putting my recipe albums up in her boutiques. In her has a double stacked with this, and then there's a pocket here, and this folds out, and there is a magnet there. Then there's this one, and yes, I did put a magnet there, and it has stacked pockets. And then on the other side, it has this as well as a pocket, and it goes on this way, so the birdie, that's a woodpecker I think, goes this way. Then it's only 4 pockets, but it's got a lot of space on it. This one, let me make sure. So on this one, this will have a belly band. Oh, okay. I'm confusing myself. I need to put another magnet there because this opens up. Oh, it's upside down. No wonder. Okay. I gotta make sure I know which way my pages are. Alright, so it goes in this way. So this comes open. And then she had this 4-flip pocket page. That one, that one, that one, that one. And then this, and then on the back, you've got this here with this angled pocket. And I gotta finish that up. And she said if I wanted to, I can bring a couple of my albums up as well. But I'm gonna bring definitely the recipe albums and some of the, I'm gonna do small and large fabric covered journals up there, and we'll see how it goes. So that's my other news. So I've been asked to do a tutorial on the little mini album I put in my Christmas crates. So that'll be coming up. I'll do a little tutorial too on how I do my flips on my waterfalls. And if there's anything else, just let me know. But I also want to wish everyone a happy new year. May you have a prosperous and crafty new year. So that's it for now. We'll see you later. Bye.